Hi everyone, welcome back to Way Out Here with the Eddies. I am Kat and this is my husband Ronald, and we work in the scrap metal business. I'll let Ronald tell you what we're doing today.
I've got a lot of this copper. I've cleaned a lot yesterday, but I like a few more pieces. But I was going to show y'all what I get out of. When I get the insulation off of some of it, some big copper, it brings more money, and so that's what we're going to be doing today. And Cat's going to be cutting the cords and end off of them, and ends of all the cords is we sell them as copper contents. So everything on a plug-in or cord will you can sell, even like on the washer and dryers, the switches and stuff in there is all copper content. So there's a lot of stuff. If it's got a copper wire going to it, most of the time it's copper content. But we're gonna try to clean some of this stuff, and if I got time, I'm gonna go over and uh, tear down that big AC unit and let y'all see what I do on them, and show you the copper and stuff you get out of them. I almost need a new blade in my razor because it ain't cutting like it was yesterday. But that's what we're going to do today, is try to clean some of this stuff. We always try to have a big load of copper, aluminum, and all that going out around November.
Right before Black Friday, so we can have money to go. We have plenty of money to go shopping.
Yeah, she likes to go Black Friday, so we sell all our copper, a lot of copper and aluminum and all that stuff, for they can go Black Friday shopping. So we're going to try to have all of it ready by next month. I've got a lot out here that I need to clean. And my brother, he cleans stuff over his house too. Uh, we work together on metal. Uh, he's not with me all the time when I pick up stuff, but
And
sometimes
you're not
he
with
gets,
him all the time.
and I'm not, and he's not with me all the time. So uh, a lot of it we do together. If we get a big job, me and him work together on everything. But a lot of times it ain't big jobs, it's little things like people wanting you just come and get a washer or ice box or like an air conditioner unit or something like that. We just run and get it. But if you can see, I just got this in all stripped here. That is some real heavy copper wire. And what I do after I get it clean, I just kind of fold it up. Probably can put it in a 5-gallon bucket easy. And last time we sold copper, I think it was bringing like, the number one copper was bringing like $4 a pound. And so it's still probably up there. If it's not $4, it's probably around $3.80, somewhere around there. I hadn't checked prices here lately, but
We're in southern Oklahoma, and we take our metal and sell it at OK Iron and Metal in Ardmore, Oklahoma.
yeah, I've dealt with them for a long time. But you can see that weighs out to, that's probably maybe a little over a pound of copper. And I got one more piece of that to clean. Like I say, I come out here yesterday and done some of this, but we didn't film it all then. But today, I told her we was gonna get out here and work. It's nice and cool out here this morning. So that's what we're gonna do, is try to get some of this cleaned up. I got this trailer. I put all my stuff I clean on it, and I need to get it freed up. I need to get out there. We was trying to clean up the pasture, so I started putting everything on it, so I hadn't been using it. But it comes times I gotta have it, so I've got to get everything reorganized and put all my clean stuff where I need it until we get ready to haul it. So, but I'm trying to get the pasture cleaned up right now. You know, we had my son from
Eddie Family Farm.
Eddie Family Farm. He brought me some goats out here. So they ate down a lot of it, and then we had trouble trying to keep them in. And so I was trying to put up a different fence and move them. So he come and got the goats for right now. But as soon as I get that finished out there, we had a film that we was trying to get it all done, but the metals kept us busy, so I hadn't got back out there to do it yet. But we're gonna try to get all this done and get it all cleaned up. And Zuri, our granddaughter, she keeps hollering for a horse. But so if I can get this pasture cleaned up, and I'm gonna have to put probably a new fence around it and all, where she can get a horse. But we don't want to buy just any horse. We want a good kid's horse for her, since she's just 7. So we got to find a good kid horse whenever we go looking for one. And I've been looking on Facebook at horses, trying to find a good one, but I got a ways to go before I can buy one right now, because like I said, I'm gonna have to put up a good fence and get her some shelter and all that for her horse before she does it. This little wire here's stiff, kind of hard. I believe if I'd changed my blade in my razor knife, it would cut a lot better. But I just got these.
The electric wires usually sell for what, number 2 and number 3, and then contents.
What's that?
The electric wires that you cut off.
Yeah, that there is right there. Them ones like that there is number 2.
Number 2 and number 3
and
copper.
Number 3 is any kind of cords off anything. And number 1 copper insulated is like your house wiring and stuff like that. Like this right here I'm cleaning. This could itself for number 1 insulated, but it will just bring like $2 a pound. But if I can get all the insulation off of it, it'll bring $4 a pound. So it takes a little bit longer, but there's more money to be made in it selling it as number 1 clean copper. So we do whatever it takes to whatever we can make more money at by doing this. Like I say, we've done it a long time, and like I say, if you got to pick up a trailer and a truck, you can make money. If you want to get out and work at it, you just got to get out and hustle. And there's money to be made, even if you can't find a job. You know, a lot of people say, well, there ain't no jobs around. But you can get out and hustle and make money by scrap metal, whatever.
We talked to a lady that last week, and she said years ago, she's an older lady, and she said years ago when she was pregnant, her husband lost his job, and they did scrap metal for a while. And she said when he would take a load down, he would only get $60 a load, but she said that they were tickled to death to get that $60. So, which we get much more than that now. on any load we take down there.
Yeah, we make more than that. Usually when we take a load, it's probably around 270, 250 a load. It just depends on how much we got on, what we weigh out. But usually when we take a load, we take a good load.
We take our short iron, aluminum, tin, copper. We take long iron. We take all that different. We take it in a separate load than everything else because it brings more money.
But you can look, I cleaned a lot of this copper yesterday, and that bucket's plumb full of #1 copper. It's 3/4 full. I'm gonna guess there's probably 30, 35, 40 pound of copper in that 5-gallon bucket. So if it brings $4 a pound, if it brings $4 a pound, and there's 40 pounds there, that's $160 for what time I've got in that. But we clean a little bit of everything out here, and some of these condensers off of vehicles, they're all aluminum. They give you these here is called aluminum cores, like a copper core, but it's aluminum. But you get all the metal off of it, and they bring a lot more money than regular aluminum and stuff. So we take and get all the metal off of them, and after you get all the metal off of them, that's a pretty good chunk of aluminum right there. So it adds up quick. But I've already got that in clean now, so I'll throw it over here in this pile until I get ready to do something with it. All these faucets and stuff, I need to go out in the pasture. I got a little work table hooked up, made up for with a little vise on it and all that, where I can use pipe wrenches and put everything in a vise, and I'll clean this. But she gets the copper wires done, we may go out there and take the tractor out there and get my table where I was working out in the pasture there, and bring it up here for I can set it up out here under the pecan tree, for I can do all my ends and use my pipe wrench with the vise. Because I know when I clean this air conditioner core, I'm going to need it for it too. So she's just about to get all these copper ends cut off. And here's what I was.
If you watch the ending of our last video, we have a lot of computers that we are going to break down pretty soon. It's a big project we're going to do. We're going to break it down, and each component in the computer is worth money. So we break them down and sell them individually. But what we're going to try to do this time is extract the gold from the memory and from the boards. So it's new to us. It's a big project with us. So if you would like to go with us on that journey, just like and follow and subscribe. Subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Okay, get the hands on her. Look and show them.
We're in southern Oklahoma. Why don't you leave a comment and tell us where you're watching from?
Yeah, that'd be nice. I almost need a screwdriver, and I had one yesterday, but I don't know what I've done with it. Probably put it back in the truck, or it's laying out here somewhere. But on these wash machine deals, I always pop these knobs and stuff off. That near's tearing all apart though. But it's still got copper contents. She's being contrary about coming off for some reason. Most times it's not that hard to come off her. All of it come off. So see, this is one of the knobs that was on the washer, and that's the copper contents. All the stuff come out of there. It's supposed to be copper contents, but it's already all apart. There's a little bit of aluminum. I got a little aluminum bucket here.
And
and then you pull this piece of metal off of this here. Oh, get that spider. And you pull that off like that. Now that's just clean aluminum. So what we got out of that was copper contents. She's clipping the wires that was on the insulated copper. So we got insulated copper, copper contents, and a regular aluminum that's clean now. So we'll put that over here in the aluminum pile. But let's see. That big screwdriver is not too big. I can take the handles off this, and that's aluminum. Nothing's too big for that. I'll lay stuff down and I forget where I'll leave it. That's the bad thing about it. Let me see. Now this here it's come out of a ceiling fan. It's got a lot of copper in it. So what I do on them is I'll have to get my grinder and turn my grinder on there with my power box. And this here's my number 2 copper. Most of this little wire is number 2. But what I do with it, I should have my safety glasses so I go doing something like that. So I better get them. Okay, let me find them. They're a little dirty, but run out of cords. I guess we'll go ahead and do all these cords. There's some copper there even. I'm glad it's in here. A lot of that's gonna be number 1 copper when I get through with it. But I've stacked a lot of this out here, so but as I was saying on this stuff here, one of the easiest ways to do it is take this little grinding wheel and get it set up real good, or just hold it and cut one. Okay, that's a big piece. That was some of the copper that fell off of it. And then when I cut it like that, I can take a screwdriver and I should be able to stick it in here and pull it out. And that comes out to be a pretty good little chunk of copper right there. You get a bunch of that in a 5-gallon bucket. it adds up real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to knock these out right quick. If I can get all them cut off one side, then I'll just use a screwdriver. And if I had my table with the vise here, that'd be a lot easier to do this too. Okay, I got all them ends cut off. Now I'll take my screwdriver, whatever I done with it. Here it is on the ground. Now I can just stick this in here and pop the copper out. Like I said, there's some good pieces of copper in there. There's got a little plastic on it. Gotta make sure the plastic's off of it, or they won't buy it as number 2 copper. But after you cut them ends off, that stuff pops out pretty easy. So it makes a lot of weight quick. You gotta make sure all the plastic's off of it for sure. Like I said, if I had my table up here, it'd be a lot easier to do this. Because I have to put it all in a winch. I'll just let it fall to the ground, then I'll pick them all up after I get them all out. That might be the easiest way to do it. Besides just getting one out and then picking it up off the ground. But Zuri wanted chickens, so we got chickens, and now she's wanting a horse. We're going to try to get some goats. So she's wanting to have a little farm out here too, so that'll be good because most time we're at home, we're out here in the yard. So if we had animals, all different kind of animals, we could take care of them. I know she's in school right now, but in the summertime, she gets restless. If she ain't got nothing out here to keep her busy and focused, she's always wanting me to run her to Brandon's where the kids are, or at Shelby's house, her daughters, to play with Aria, her Cody's, to play with Sawyer and them. She's got to have entertainment.
Or
She
to the
thinks she got
park.
to have kids. Huh?
Or to the park.
Yeah, or run to the park all the time. But if you can see, all the copper's out of that now, so that's short iron now. That's a heavy piece of little iron right there. So I'll put that in the short iron pile. Now I'll pull my gloves off and bend down here on the ground and pick all this copper up that I let fall to the ground. I guess it'd be like picking up pecans. That's something else me and Zuri does in the wintertime. We got some pecan trees here. She likes to get out here and get her a bucket, and she likes picking up pecans. because I told her that she could make extra money by picking up pecans. So she likes to come out here and get a bucket when the pecans start falling and pick up pecans. But this is something we do all the time. It seems like we're busy doing something all the time. If it ain't with scrap metal, we got everything caught up on it, we're doing something else. But we're going to try to get a lot of animals and stuff, and just kind of have like a little farm here too while we work on our scrap metal. She's wanting a whole bunch of different kind of animals, so we've talked it over and all. We're going to try to get what we can when we can. We've been even thinking about buying a couple little pigs and start raise her some pigs. Because she's in school, she might want to show pigs or something one of these days. So if we start raising our own, we won't have to be buying them if she wants to show them. So that piece of copper there is done. So I'll move that bucket over here.
Testing 1, 2.